Oh my Lord, is this working yet? This live video thing is becoming a challenge for me this morning. Okay, build an audience. Let's see if we can get it going on. Let's see what happens. See if we have sound. So, is there anybody out there? Can you guys hear me? Oh, Holly's on, says good morning, Chris. Okay, can you hear me? Am I here? Oh my gosh. I just have not had enough coffee for all this fun this morning. Let me just tell you. Hi, Kelly. It's bedtime. We're going to talk about skincare. I hope you got all your skincare on this nice evening. Because I'm sure, we got to make sure you're looking in Beth and Angie. Oh, okay. So we got sound. Everybody can see me now. Oh my gosh. Now we can actually get this video going on. How exciting. I'm talking about skincare and I'm having some coffee. So have some coffee with me. Let's get over these obstacles. Let's start making some money. Yes, Kelly, I know. You were supposed to come to Ohio while he went to Baltimore, which is absolutely very close. It's not that far and you could have come and visited me. Next trip, I'm telling you, or I'm going to have to get on my kangaroo and hop on over, see you. Because I would love to do that. So I actually have a passport on its way, finally. I'm going to be all grown up soon with my passport. Never had a passport, but I need one for the trip this year that Avon has. And here I am, getting a passport. I'm so excited. I wish I had my person here. I would have to show you guys my mugshot. Like, I seriously look like I've got like that RBF going on. Do you know what RBF means? Do you guys know what RBF means? Because I don't want to say it on my live video, but it's resting something face, right? RBF. I'm like, I swear, it's like, there's no expression. I'm like, he's like, we don't want you to smile because you squint. We can't see your eyes. So I'm like, trying to keep I don't know. It's hysterical. Whatever. So, on to something new. Get your little coffees together. Let's talk about a new skincare that just came out, and let's get our sales up and pumping for this coming year. Skincare, the foundation of our business. I got to talk on a call last night, and it really gets me kind of going because it was a great call. Good morning, Geraldine. And it was a webinar, and they did such a wonderful job putting it together, really talking about the skincare and really talking about the foundation of our business. And we're really talking about, the layers of the skin and how it breaks down. They got into all of that. And that's the kind of stuff that I used to do when I did the Certified Beauty Advisor classes. And we really used to talk about that and how important it is to really take care of your skin. And let me just start with you guys by saying, I did not know how to sell skincare when I started selling Avon. I was terrified of it. I didn't know a thing about it. I had those little 3 products from Clinique that they start you on when you're 18 or something, when you're going through it. And that was that was it. That was what I did. It was like a wash and a tone and I don't even know. I was lucky if I used the soap. I did not take great care of my skin. I was brought up in the era where, my dad put me in the pool with him, and being Italian, but being light Italian, as you can see, I don't have that olive skin like the Italians do, but he did, and he wanted me tan like him, so he put that baby oil and iodine all over me so that I get this nice bronzing glow, not knowing the terribleness that was going on to my skin. All that damage that I did then, and the years of tanning beds, and I had to have that glow. Well, I'm really not into that. Haven't been into that for a very long time because I have found out what and how bad that is for your skin. It's not good. So, if you used to do that, it was even more important when I started selling Avon to learn about their skincare. So my mom, my beautiful mother, who was the one who got me all my customers at the beginning of my business, had a lot of, her generation, and they liked to get they like to get the skincare out of the books. See, I'm not the only one who did the baby oil and iodine. Yeah, that was us. But yeah, so she'd get me skincare customers. Now, what's funny is that they would ask questions. I don't have no answers for them. I don't have a clue. So I did the training. They had at the time the beauty advisor training. So I did the beauty advisor training and I learned about their skincare and I would just look it up, and I would read what it would say about it. And then I would say, well, maybe I should try it. So then I started using some of their skincare and I started using like the Reverse List back then. And then Luminosity they had back then, which I absolutely loved, was the Luminosity. Loved that cream. And I was always afraid to put it on because I would get like little pimples when I was younger. I'd have pimples up here and I'd get pimples on here and, on the chin, and, I was so afraid of putting anything on my skin because when I started to become like when I started selling Avon, I was 32. I didn't have pimples really anymore. And I had, 2 kids and I didn't want to go back to that. And I was still afraid. And a lot of people I think are still really, they're misled by where those come from. Any acne that you have on your face is bacterial, not so much what you're putting on your face. It's not the creams or, sometimes it can, you think, oh, that's what caused the breakout. But let's just be clear for a second. If you start taking care of your skin, and sometimes if you're using like our elixir or something like that, you might end up getting some little bumps on your skin. You might end up feeling like, oh, I'm having a breakout. Or you hear your customers say, well, this just gave me these bumps or coming out. It is not a breakout. It is your body detoxifying itself. It's literally fixing your skin. So keep that in mind. Don't give up on the product right away. I mean, unless you're getting boils all over your face or it's burning and rashing, it's probably doing exactly what it needs to do to get your skin where it needs to be. So sometimes, that's not always a bad thing, and that's something that I learned when I went through the training with Avon. So maybe start them on something a little bit lighter. Tell them don't use it every single day, but at least, don't give up on it or maybe try something else. So, and if you are oily and you are prone to maybe breakouts from whatever, Clear Skin Line. Our cleanser, sometimes just using the cleanser, that's correct, is going to help. And I know for myself, which I absolutely love, it's the all skincare. It's the all skincare types, but it's a daily scrub. It's the exfoliator, the exfoliant one. This one here, love this one. I don't necessarily have oily skin, but I love anything that has like scrubby effect to it. I just feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck. If it's scrubbing, foaming, and I can feel a little grit, I'll feel like it's really doing more. It's just me. So I do like them. I use all 3 of them. But my challenge for you guys here is it didn't become easy for me to sell skincare. It took some time. It took practicing. It took talking to people. It took going out in trial and error, trying it myself, having maybe one of my customers try it, and then giving me their feedback. And becoming more confident just in knowing about the product. The more confident you feel or are, the better it's going to be to sell our skincare. And if you have customers buying foundation and they're not liking it, doesn't go on well, they don't like the color, it's this, it's that, it's whatever, more than likely they need to change their skincare as well. And we need to change our skincare all the time. Your skin is going to change at least twice a year, if not more. You're going to go through winter periods where it's going to be drier. All of your skin will be drier. You're also going to go through summertime oilier. It's you sweat more. Maybe your glands are more proactive. So it's good to know that maybe what they're using, they might want to swap it up and try something different. One thing we always know they're going to want to do is cleanse their face. Correct? We're going to know they want to do some kind of treatment on their skin. They're going to want to use something like a moisturizer with an SPF in it. And they're going to want an eye treatment. So those are at least some of the things that you're going to want to get them on. This is like no-brainer for you guys. You hear that one all the time, so I know. Hi, Susan. Hi, guys. Hormonal changes. Oh, and that just brings me, thank you, Linda. That medicine, let me just tell you, medicines affect your skin. And I've had customers that get like really dark circles under their eyes. Some of that's hereditary. There isn't a cream out there that's going to get rid of that. We can lighten them with our products. Probably not going to get rid of them. That's when it's real important that they do use a good eye cream that can help lighten them. But maybe you may want to find a nice concealer that works with their foundation, to lighten them even more. So you really, really have to You have to know sometimes you're just not going to fix it. And I don't ever tell anybody, oh, yeah, I'm going to get rid of all that. All those wrinkles are going to go away and all them crow's feet's going to go away. Because most of the time when they're coming to me and they have already looked like they look like a prune. Okay, let's just be honest. All right, they've done enough damage to their skin and they have not done a thing about it. And now they want to change it. Well, yes, this is going to take some time. We are not miracle workers here. But do know that our skincare is going to help that. It's going to reverse some of it. Their skin's going to become brighter. Those lines are going to become less intense because they're going to be putting that moisture that their skin is just dying for. It's almost like if you don't water a plant for a while, what happens to the plant? I'm good at this because I'm bad with the plant thing. They shrivel up. They start to get crackly and what. Then no water. That's moisture. That's what we need. So keep in mind, because medical reasons can really affect it. And I'm seeing a lot of people, the skin dries on your hands. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of things that are out there that will affect their skin. Environmental changes. So we've talked about the sun. That's going to change their skin. They're going to be like, oh, I don't go in the sun. I'm never in the sun. I take such good care of my skin. You hear that. And I'm like, really? Because you're in this light right here. This is bad for your skin too, right? Fluorescent lights, just as bad. If you're working in that office all day, just as bad. So you're really going to want to get on making sure you have an SPF just to get the fluorescent lighting to help, right? Other environmental changes. Smoking. The smokers out there, they're still smokers out there. Well, if you want to drink alcohol or smoke, definitely drink more water and get better skincare. See? I mean, not telling y'all don't do things. I'm just telling you really got to have a good skincare regimen. Take care of all of the extra. You just hurting yourself more. So it's just going to make it harder. So those are more things. So just a lot of just things to think about when you're talking to customers, because a lot of times they're not sharing with you that when they go home that they're gonna kill like a fifth of whiskey and a pack of cigarettes, and then they're not gonna take their makeup off before they go to bed, and then tomorrow they're gonna hit the tanning bed first thing in the morning. They're not gonna use an SPF, and then they're gonna say, oh, by the way, can you get me something that helps with my skin? So you gotta have a conversation. You gotta kind of find out what's going on so that we can help to fix that, because sometimes there's just going to be no fixing it, right? So, well, good morning, Linda. Love you, baby. So let's talk about how we can get out of the comfort zone. How do we start selling it? How do we start feeling comfortable? Well, we're going to ask questions, right? You're going to start becoming a very nosy Avon representative. They're going to say, they want to place an order. And I've talked about this a million times. Somebody wants to place an order. Don't be an order taker. Everybody knows what they love from Avon. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they're going to say, oh, yeah, I seen your book. Well, you know what I need? I need the Skin So Soft oil in the large container, 24 ounce. I'd also like my Blackest Black Glimmer sticks, and I'm out of my lipstick. And I think it's ultra color rich, but I like pink, so you could just pick one for me. Well, that's not good enough. You don't stop that conversation there. I mean, thrilled to death that you got the order. I think that's wonderful. But right then you need to say, okay, so let me see. We got the Skin So Soft oil. This is the price it is now. I can get you glimmer sticks on sale. Would you like the 3 of them instead of just 1 because it's a better deal? And I have a great lipstick. I'll be getting them samples. So they can't give me a color. They're going to get a sample of a few because I don't want to get that lipstick back. So that's how that conversation starts. Then once you get that okayed, you'll say, so I would like to get you some samples for your order, and Avon has some brand new products that they just released. What are you currently using as skincare? And that's how you open that conversation. What are you currently using for skincare? Let me get you some samples. That starts that conversation. You're on the phone, you start talking about it, and here are the answers that I get. And I'm just going to share some that I've had in the past, and I still get. I don't use anything for skincare. Well, then that's an open book. You are good to go. You're going to be like, wow, really? Have you ever tried any of Avon's even cleansers or anything? Then they're going to start with their, well, I'm allergic, or oh, I have sensitive skin, or I have this and that. And I always am like, oh, I said, I can understand that. Well, how about if I do put a couple samples in there, you can just try them, Okay, usually they're not opposed to that. If you don't like them, give them to a neighbor, share them with a friend. That's how you get that started. Or they're going to tell you they have a skincare regimen and they're going to tell you what it is. And it could be one from the mall. Maybe it's Mary Kay. Maybe it's like Clinique like I used to do. Who even knows? I'll say, and are you very happy with it? Are you seeing all the results that you want from your skincare? And get that answer. Because sometimes they're not. I usually get, well, I kind of like it. I'm sort of out of this one thing. I'm probably going to need a moisturizer. And I just tell them, I'm not asking you to replace what you currently are using, but I'd love for you to try a new Avon Ultimate Supreme. It has Tahitian Pearl in it. It hands down is going to do so many things that you're already, the 3 of the items that you're using, it's going to combine that in the one. I'm going to give you some samples. I really want you to try it. You know, maybe when you're out of what you're using now, we can replace it with something that we have. And you start that conversation. 9 times out of 10, women love talking about skincare. They love talking about makeup. They like talking about their kids. They don't always like talking about their husbands. Sometimes they do. It's usually not always a good conversation, so we try not to get on that one, right? But they do like talking about themselves. They like to talk about fragrance, skincare, makeup, kids, what's going on. I mean, you can get on those conversations. You want to get on those conversations. Now, that's what you do when you're on the phone. Now, what your goal here is to do more face-to-face type of stuff. So I see a whole lot of people going out and setting up tables. I've seen them at Dunkin'. I see them at the coffee shops. I've seen them at a Krispy Kreme. I've seen them all over. They're just setting up. It's Bosses Week. It's been the whole Boss launch. I see a lot more out there trying whatever. I want you to bring a few things with you. Now, if you have the scrubbing brush, I want you to put a new pad on it, because you know you don't want to use the one you used on your face. Just stick one on it, because you're going to throw it away when you're done. Okay, it's going to be your try it pad. You can put it in a little baggie and keep it. But I want you to take this, make sure it's got batteries and it's working. Right? You want to make sure. Then I also want you to grab simply a cleanser. Doesn't have, whichever one you want, and your micellar water, your cleansing water, which I say wrong all the time, but the water. The cleansing water, okay? I want you to have these. Then I either want you to have your samples of the Ultimate Supreme, or bring the beautiful jar that you're using, okay? Of your own, if you have it, because of course to feel and touch it is just to want it even more, I think, because it's so pretty. So these are the things I want you to have in your purse. You're also going to want to have some tissues. So, you know, you're going to want to have something, or a rag or something. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask them, say, hey, would you be interested in me doing a quick handshell for you? You know, I'd like you to experience a few of our products. You might not even know them. They might be walking up to your table. Most people are not opposed to that. Sounds like a good idea, right? So you're going to take their hand like this. So if you have these items, you can get them out and you can practice with me right now, okay? Then you just want to take a little dot and you want to put it on the back of their hand. You can tell them to smell it because it smells pretty. I love the smell of the cleansers. You want to get the little brush out. You want to put it right on there, and you want to turn it on. And you want to rub that all over their hand. This is important. Now, you're not going to do it for a long time because it actually starts tickles me after a while. So I want you to do this on their hand so they can feel how wonderful. And tell them, could you imagine what that feels like on your face? Say, I can't even tell you what it makes when I'm cleansing with this cleanser. When you turn it off, they're not going to really see like we do at nighttime, but my bristles, even after I wash my face and then I use this, they can still get makeup out of my pores. It's amazing. I don't know how it does it, but it really does work. So I want you to do that. Then we're going to rinse it off with the cleansing water, and you're going to explain what this is. And you're going to tell them this is a great product to have by your bed when you're on vacation. You never know what the water's going to be like. You know, I keep those wipes next to my bed, and I cleanse my face, take the makeup off at nighttime, and sometimes I just rinse my face off with this and stick some eye cream on. I mean, I'm just be honest, sometimes it's just not going to happen. I'm just tired, okay? So you're going to put some of this on the little napkin, and then you're just going to wipe their hand with it, so they can feel how nice that is and how it smells. And then once you have their hand so clean, right? And it is very clean now. Then you want them to try the new Ultimate Supreme. And then at this point, you can tell them a little bit of what the benefits are. You know, the Tahitian Pearl that's in it. You know, what is it? L'Oreal's, whatever it's called. That's $365 that this is competitive to. And take a little bit out. And you do this for them because, anybody who most people like to be touched. They definitely like to have their hands massaged. And you're going to rub that right on the back of their hand, and you're going to let it absorb in, rub it in real nice. And then once you have done that, then you want to show them both hands and show them how much nicer this one, and then feel them. And this one is it's like a baby's butt, so soft. Isn't that nice? And then you have them, and they're going to be like, wow. And how much? They're going to say, how much is that? And you guys sell this brush, and how much is that? And before you know it, you're going to have them on your own skincare regimen. You're going to be selling brushes. You're going to be selling Ultimate Supreme to go with it. And you're going to get them on a cleanser. And, then you're going to ask them, well, what are you using for eye cream? And you sit down and look through that book. And I don't want you to end it. If you don't get an order right then, that's what the Post-it notes are for. I didn't like talking to people either when I first started selling Avon. I hated asking for their information. That was got to be one of my biggest obstacles, follow-up. Follow-up is terrible, 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 terrible. And I'm just being honest. I can't even tell you how terrible. I felt that if they wanted to order Avon or anything, they would call me. That unlike myself, when I see a book and I need things, I call the person in the book and I either schedule an appointment or I get it ordered. Well, I have learned 15 years in here, people don't just call. They lose it. They'll lose the book. They forget. They go to Walgreens, and then guess what they're doing? They're picking up whatever it is that they needed in the store when they're there. And you don't want them to do that. You want them to get it from you. So what I started doing, which was a great tip, is I said, well, hey, all of the items that I just showed you are in this book. So what I'd like you, my name and phone number on the back. Could you please put your name and phone number on the front? And I would be happy to follow up with you in a few days before I put my order in to see how you like them. And at that point, give them a few samples to use to take home. I want you to try this on your skin, use it on your face at nighttime after you cleanse, and tell me how you like it. That's how you want to change them to skincare. It's not always about being the best person at it. It's about just practicing on others and showing them how it works and being confident enough and using it the way you want to use it. That's what it's all about. Or do a quick video. Practice at home. Get the brush out, do a video, say, I want to show it. You don't have to do it on your face. I just want anybody interested in feeling this today. I'm going to be out and about. I'm going to be at Dunkin' Donuts or whatever. I'm going to have my brush with me. Why don't you stop? Whatever. I see you guys are doing videos like that all the time. You're getting customers. You're passing out brochures. Do the same thing on a trial run. Make it all about their skin. Then explain to them wonderful their makeup's going to look once their skin starts feeling good. And if they like it, women are very loyal to their skincare. As a matter of fact, they're about as loyal to their skincare as they are like their foundation and their mascara. And if they find something they love, they're never going to want to change it. And that's where our confidence as an Avon representative and a beauty representative comes in. They're going to change it up. They're going to change up our mascaras and they're going to change up our foundations. And you're going to be like, oh, now my customer doesn't want to order it because they got rid of her favorite color or they don't have her mascara. Believe me, I am the pickiest person with mascara. I hate when they change the mascaras because I finally love it and then they get rid of it, right? But I've had to keep an open mind. I've had to keep trying other ones until I can find one that I like. And that's what I tell them. You don't make it, oh yeah, they just got rid of it. They say, no, they made it better. They have, they've updated the formula. They've given us a different brush. Now they don't have the same brush you're familiar with, but you may want to try this new brush and you might want to try them on something different. It's all in how you put it. They're going to trust you because you're obviously their beauty representative. So don't ever get that, oh, I know, they keep changing it. The biggest joke I have with my customers when they call and I can't find it in the book, I said, they keep my job challenging every day, all these years. They never put things in the same spot. The book, always different. I always got to go looking for it. But you know why they do that? Well, what happens when you go to the store and they move everything around in the store and you can't find it? You're going to spend more money because now you got to go through that entire store to go find what you used to find right in the front of the store, and they moved it. So that's something that, they're going to do. They want you to look through the book. So a new Avon rep just starting out. So I don't have all these things or a ton of samples. Only customers are family so far. Well, that's great. If your family's buying Laura, I'm impressed because my family never bought for me except for my mom. My sister-in-law ordered some skincare products for her daughter. I can't see any more on it. It's too long. Well, Laura, let me just tell you, you're right. You don't have a lot of things because you are just starting off. And that's something that I did little bits at a time. I would start off with sample packs, and then I would start off with what I wanted to try. And 90% of the time I ordered it from the demo. So if I seen something I could try in the demo, I would do it that way. And in the meantime, if you do have people, like you said, ordering the skincare products, use their testimonials. Make sure you're following up with them and asking them, how did you like that product? Did you see a difference? Would you, like when they came out with the whole professional line, I wasn't going to purchase the professional line because I didn't myself need it. I had a few friends that really wanted to try it. I did actually get one of them off the demo, and I demoed it to them. They didn't pay me for it all at once. They kept the log for me, let me know, how did their skin feel, did they start to see a difference. This way I was more able to share with my customers that would ask, which one's better, what do I want to use, and then with my kids in the clear skin line, that always worked out best for them, so that's how I first took it. And it's the same with doing an event. You don't want to set up that event table and have $1,000 worth of product there for you can't afford all. I want to see people making money when they first come into this business. It's all about making money. So spend money on a little event table and utilize what's already there. Have a few of the products from your kit if you're brand new that they can, you can sell it, make your money back from your kit, but take orders, make sure you have brochures. If anything, that's where I'd put my money at right now. And then take pictures. I like to take pictures of them. I would take a picture like this picture out of the book, and I would actually put them, cased in a frame, both of them, that I could take orders for them and how much. And then that way, it definitely saves you some money. But let it build, Laura. Don't, spend a lot of money in it or partner with somebody. But, use the couple samples that you do have. Take your books out with Post-it notes so you can get some follow-up information. Yesterday, my little boy and I, he had a doctor's appointment. He has to have some teeth pulled. So we had to go see the surgeon about that. And so he didn't want to go back to school. So I said, okay. But guess what? You're going to work with me. And I have 10 boxes of books that I've had ready that I just keep adding to. So some of them are getting really old and I keep adding with the new ones. I'm like, I need to get out and get these books out. They just can't be sitting here any longer. So we put them all in the car yesterday, and I told him, I said, if you're staying, you got to work with me for a few hours. So I stuck his little butt out the window, and he was putting them in all the little paper boxes. Now, not the mailboxes. No, not in the mailbox. Paper boxes. Around here, they got the Vindicator, they got the USA Today, they got the Tribune, they got several different papers. They all have their own little boxes they put out for people that get those papers, and that's where we put them in. So we did not put them in anybody's box. And if they didn't have that box, we put it on the ground next to their mailbox. So that's where those went. But he put out about, good 300 of them. I still have some more. I'm probably going to go out this afternoon and probably do them by myself because I don't have anybody to help me now. They're all in school. You would have loved to have stayed home. But anyways, I'm hoping to start getting some other stuff. And then Brandy says she has stuff on hand. Blah, 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 says Baby First Christmas, some other demo products. I'm thinking an Avon open house. Yeah, I mean, Avon open houses are great. I'm all about picture taking. So if you have stuff on hand, take some pictures of it. Make it put a cloth down so you don't see everything from your house behind it. Something like that. And you just put it out and make a nice display. Take a picture of it and say, I have these items and these are the prices of them. And, sell them that way on your Facebook. People can see them, a lot of times that works a lot better. Open houses are great too, because then you get to talk to everybody when they come over. So I do like the open houses. But the other thing that I did want to touch on real quick, do have stuff I need to get done. I'm not going to keep you guys all morning. Had a half an hour of problems trying to get the live video to work this morning. But, the direct deliveries on skincare, for instance, okay? I never partaked in those first starting off. Then I started getting the smallest amount, if I could get 3 or 5. Did that to break out of the comfort zone. Sometimes when you have something on hand, it becomes a little more urgent to sell it, right? You just really, you look at it a little bit differently. It's sitting there, it's staring at you in the face. You need to sell it, you need to get rid of it. It's a whole lot more, it holds you more accountable than just looking at it in the book like this, okay? So my deal is you find a few people. So if you can take a level 5 and you find 5 people, maybe you want to keep one of them yourself. You already know what the profit margin is going to be because they're very good at telling you that. It says right in the demo. Find the 5 people and say, listen, I want you to try these for 2 weeks. Make sure they're people that you're comfortable with, that you can trust. Give them the product and say, I feel comfortable and confident enough in this product that you're going to love it and you're going to want to buy it. And I'm not wanting you to pay for it now. I want you to pay for it in 2 weeks. Now, what are you going to be out? I mean, ask yourself. If you really can move it, meaning you're not going to sit on it. I don't want you to get something and just put it in your office or keep it in the box and be like, oh, I don't know what to do with that stuff. There's nothing I could do with it. No. You're going to find somewhere to do with it. Go and put it in somebody's hand. You're going to have them try it. The only thing that you would be out is if in 2 weeks they didn't like it and then you said, okay, you're going to send it back to Avon. You still didn't pay for it. You're still out nothing. But you might get that customer. You know, that's one of those things that I started then getting more. I would get more during the holidays because I would do a holiday open house. I would do a couple holiday events. And I always set a goal, like I wanted to sell such an amount of dollars. And Teresa did an excellent call last night on her twins. It's about making PC right now, utilizing these next few campaigns we have left to make that sales achievement level. Find out how far away you are from PC and see what that order needs to be. And Avon breaks that stuff down for you all on youravon.com now. Go and find it all on there. It breaks it down, how much your order has to be, the whole bit. Find out what it needs to be and set a goal. How many customers, how much money do they have to sell? Make some phone calls. Go out there and get with these customers. Share with them what your goal is. And that was her biggest thing. I got out of her call, and I've heard her say it a million times. She'd walk into Taco Bell with books, and she'd say, hey, here's some Avon books. I'm an Avon representative. Would you like to order? By the way, I really want to go on this trip they're giving away, and I want to win so I have a TV that I'm going to give a TV away to anybody who places an order is going into a raffle, and you could get, $1,000 worth of Avon for free. And she would just go on and on and on about what she was giving away with the twins. And congratulations, it's twins is where she doubled their order, and you have to make sure you have a $1,500 order to do this. You need to be at the 50%, so you really have to set that goal. But if you doubled what everybody got and you had a $1,500 order, that therefore is going to make it how much money? $3,000 just by doubling it, and that's only at a 15. So not a lot of profit that you're making off of it, but you're definitely going to make that sales achievement, and it's going to get you to that next level. So, start using your imagination, get on the calls, everybody sharing them, start selling skincare, start getting follow-up information. Don't be afraid to call people back. This is where our money's at. And I'm telling you, it took me a while to grab on. I wish I would have grasped it earlier. I just was stubborn and I didn't want to do it. But, do quick little videos. Show it. Lots of handles. I want to hear about how that goes on because I'm getting pretty excited. I'm be using it myself. So I'm very excited. Just about everything that the holidays have to give. All the stuff that's coming out is awesome. So hopefully you're going to take this challenge and you're going to go out and you're going to apply this to all sorts of people. So there's, I think, 5 in a pack. You could do 5. Bring your big one if you have one. Bring your cleansing if you have one. If you don't have all of that, just bring a few samples. If you don't have the samples, bring your book, put the Post-it notes on it, and talk to them through the book. Just don't take their order. Find out what they're using. Take some notes. Let's get them some samples so that the next campaign you can do even more with it. So no reason. There's no excuses. It doesn't matter where you're at and how much you have or whatever. It's all about you feeling confident and you getting out there and you finding out what your customers are going to just love, and they're going to love you for it. So I hope it was helpful. I really want to see you guys go out and, do this. Holly's going to do the handle challenge. I love it. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, hey, show of hands. How many people have been to a Mary Kay party and they do satin hands? Satin hands. Who's familiar with the satin hands? Because I'm telling you, everybody knows what satin hands is. See, look at you all. You know. Well, this is a satin hand, girl. I'm telling you, all day long, I got that up there. It's awesome. So, get out there and make their hands satiny with our skincare, because that's how we want. We don't want their hands like that. We want their face like that. So we're even like, we're so much better. Anyways, making samples for candy bags for trick-or-treaters. Woohoo! Yep, that's awesome. Got to get them out there. Trick-or-treaters are going to be coming. So you guys have an excellent day. I hope it's fabulous. Can't wait. It's beautiful out. Go and do some hand chills on everybody. Get them buying the skincare. I want everybody selling at least 10 of these this next campaign. No reason for us not to. And make it great, guys. Make it great. It's boss life here, dude. Boss life. So go and do it.
Ring,
Love
ring,
y'all.
ring,
Bye.
ring, ring, a